My husband was diagnosed in January of 2013 when we were told that the cancer that he had was very aggressive and it had not been deterred by any of the chemotherapy. It was, I think that's probably one of the hardest things to grasp, is when they tell you they don't know how much time you have left. But my husband kept saying to everybody who would listen, I want to control how I leave this world. So his agitation grew because, you know, what he really wanted to know was what is happening next. He wanted to know where this journey of death was going to go. And none of us knew. We didn't have a clue. And I felt very, very helpless, very anxious as well, because as a mate, as a wife, as a husband, you know, you're there to help. But a very dear friend of mine who's very involved with Hoag Hospital, I remember she put a bug in my ear and she said, you gotta call palliative care.
Part of the work that we do is to help relieve pain and symptoms that can cause suffering to the patient. The other component we do is to clarify what the patient's goals are. And we call that advanced care planning. We call that, let's have a conversation and let us dig down to figure out what's most important to you. What are your values? What are your preferences?
And Dr. Nguyen is just a man of words and caring. And I remember towards the end, he leaned over and he took Peter's hand and he said, you know, we're not just here for you, Peter, to help you through this. You're here to teach us what death is and how to die with dignity and grace. And the tenderness that came out of that man's mouth, my husband his whole body relaxed and he closed his eyes. That was sufficient. This is a very vital part of all of our communities. All of us are going to be at that stage. I mean, I may or may not have a heart attack, but I am going to die. And just knowing that there is this form of spiritual as well as medical care that is out there is such a comfort. I don't want to see families go through what I know we could have gone through. I want them to know what that's about. We have many different people, have many different choices they may or may not want to make, but if they know that they can come to Hoag, that there is a different choice than making a choice out of fear, making a choice out of informative facts, it makes a big difference.